Hello and welcome back to more Danganronpa Trigger. Happy Havoc, Meister's friends. I'm really sad as they said this is the final trial. Though I don't know how true that is. As you know, games have told me, or at least alluded to the game being over soon, and you know, then it wasn't. Persona 4, I'm looking at you. Anyhow, let's continue right into the class trial room and get this over with then. I guess I'm the first one this time. That's a little strange. Everyone else is usually ahead of us.
Mukuro.
You're early, Mukuro.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Byakuya? Byakuya? Huh. Oh, okay, he doesn't want to talk to me still. Don't know what's going on. They arrived one after another. But they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Yasuhiro, what's going on? Hiro? Silence. Okay, I don't like that. That doesn't bode well. Silence is never a good thing. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appeared! I'm on...
Strong silent master is so wonderful! So cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze!
Yes!
Okay, Genocide Jack, have fun with that. Anyways, now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me!
My beautiful scissors!
With my scissors sharp? Wait, what? No, that was right. With my scissors sharp, scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. And then it's what master wants. It can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? Oh, great. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Ooh. And we're wearing our gloomy goose faces, I guess. Wait, what? Gloomy goose? Oh, gloomy Gus. Darn, I can't believe I mistook that one. Ooh. Is everyone here? Oh, and we're wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final cross trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaximum sorrow.
That's fine.
Climaximum? Clever with words, I'll give him that. You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time, it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all that slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there wasn't Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling...
I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than hope. Dandy hope? Yeah, dandy hope. Good job, Monokuma.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the class trial already. Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys...
So don't try and run away. Oh dear! Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. That's to be expected. One by the one, the others followed. Okay, they're still not talking to me. What did Monokuma say to them? That's all I can think. Probably has something to do with that photo. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word, they just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey.
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However...
Oh my god, I think I do actually. I know what just happened entirely. But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However...
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
So...
You're ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kiyoko was aboard the elevator. I guess it's, you know, the only person left is us. Let's go on ahead. Woohoo! If only won't be strong in my heart along with everyone else who has died, it will help us win this. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady, strong legs, we descended. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend as usual. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell, a little deeper than usual. Quite a bit so. Well, it seems anyways. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. Could have been seconds or centuries later. I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Oh my good gosh, that is awesome! This is the final trial site.
What do you think? Isn't it just a perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Yoo-hoo!
It's the long-awaited last stage! This always brings... the always exciting final boss battle! I'm gonna sit in on this one! I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat! Well then, let's begin!
Okay, Monokuma. Anyways, pre-trial prep good. I will see you guys in a moment after I finish, you know, looking for my skills and deciding what I want to keep. It'll probably be the same as last time. That worked out pretty well, so I'll see you then. And the awkward moment where you kind of realize you have the same SP because you didn't get to hang out with anyone. Yeah, so needless to say, we'll be keeping the same setup we used the last time, and I guess we're finished preparations, so yes, we will continue game for the last trial of the race!
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Oh
So listen up!
no!
If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win!
Yeah,
But if you can't,
y'all die, right?
then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Oh dear!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
What? Just got...
Yep!
Okay, that'll be interesting.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Well, it is Hero.
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
Like I thought. Don't you love Photoshop?
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Good job, Hero. Probably not right at all like usual. Anywho, group photo places. It's definitely group photo.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're not out to get me. I'm sure of it.
What?
Evidence of my own. What a coincidence. Evidence that proves everyone.
One other than me has.
What?
Wait, this doesn't make any sense. How could the three
Three of us each have that.
Oh, come on! Yeah, we got it!
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
I thought as much. Isn't Photoshop a wonderful thing?
With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Yeah, she looks to be the only one not in it. Though Sakura is going full tilt. And Hifumi's there just like, Mission Ag, you gotta keep going! Like, I'm too average! But these pictures seem very nice. Even though they're lacking people. I figured as much, in which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
This one too, it's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to review Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain je ne sais quoi in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is... Well, it's not Monokuma, of course he wouldn't be there. You know, I'm pretty sure Toko was in my photo. I saw in the others too, usually creeping Togami or having her tongue out. But it's the ones who got the photos that aren't in them. Photoshop's a beautiful thing.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Sakura's still going full tilt by the look of it.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Little bugger.
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's photos. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Cool, thanks guys. I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Oh. The Yakuya's picture, I think I might see what it is already. Like I was saying, wait, why is there fish in the pool? That's what I'm wondering. Fumi got blasted away. Hina's picture? Alright, yeah, I'm seeing the thing. I'll let you figure that out, viewers. Hero's picture? Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it already. And mine. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something. Well, we got a group photo. Or at least it's been updated.
Just forget about the photo already. Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo. I'm still pissed about that.
You took it hook, line, and sinker, though.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
I'm inclined to believe him, from what we've seen.
Yeah, I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, Mukuro?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievably but entirely horrifying reason. Of course, it has to be entirely horrifying. Hangman's Gambit. And we know exactly what this is. It is amnesia. Get over here, Em. Oh, no. Get over here. No, you need that. No. Get over here. Don't run away from me. There we go.
Now I understand. Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Totally.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Coming from you, hero. Excuse me while I laugh.
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Oh, there is? Alright, we'll figure it out. The interview DVD, that's right. That's exactly what we need.
We all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost mine ever since I got to. I remember everything that's happened. So the idea that we all lost our memories.
It's totally
Stupid, obviously.
Okay, it was what Hina spouted out of her face hole.
You're saying we all got. Since when did this turn into some? I promise you, I haven't lost ever since I got to this school. I remember everything that's happened.
No, don't get in my way. Okay, didn't. Good.
What's wrong? Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, Togo, again, stop being crazy.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
All of us that way.
I mean all of us, including you.
you lied? I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
It's not just you.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
Amnesia doesn't live or breathe.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me, I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Ain't that the truth?
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
Even Mr. Monokuma's confirming it for us.
This is all making my head hurt.
It's okay, sweet. Take a seat. We'll handle this.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret.
Okay, shh. Monokuma, mum's the word.
Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, when we kill Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Oh, well, they're right. We need to expose that, followed by the rest of the mysteries. Alright, Monokuma Control Room, Mukuro Ikusaba's profile, the Headmaster's E-Handbook.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really
Here, of course, they have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Monokuma's control room does.
The mastermind is probably a million miles away. Because masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
I'm positive they're somewhere in this school, otherwise there's no way they could have controlled that machine. And that's the key to this. That means...
Whoever did it is the same one. That much I'm sure. When you... Is the mastermind really... Of course, they have to be here somewhere.
Oh crap. Didn't mean to shoot that. Well, maybe it's this one. Are you kidding me? Whatever.
No, that's wrong.
Keep shooting the wrong thing.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time, so there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
Well, Byakuya's kind of right on that one.
What? Why?
Recall what Mukuro told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students!
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
I know that already, Hero. You're not smart enough to be the mastermind.
Well, it's not me! I blame Mukuro!
What? Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed!
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
No one saw her or him sacrifice himself? Oh.
Aw, nuts! Ya got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Screw you too, Monokuma, you little bugger.
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
'Tis true.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yeah, I would. Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense because she had all those wounds before she ever came here. Huh? How do you know that?
'Tis a good question.
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
Well, we have something that actually proves different.
You're wrong.
She denied me before I could even say anything. Come on. I mean, you think I'm...
Oh god, Toko, stop it!
I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me!
That's fine if she likes being stepped on and denied. I won't judge her for that. That's her thing. If you're so sure we're going to deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? That's Toko. Monokuma's control room. Mukuro Ikusawa's profile in the Headmaster Z handbook. None of those seem right.
Soldier.
Oh, actually, yeah, that does seem right.
Been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got a...
No! Come on!
Finished.
Oh, I missed it! No! No! I sped past it by mistake. Nuh-uh, sorry Togo, the profile proves different.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school.
I don't like how quiet Togami was there.
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me, I can't think of anyone else. It was the mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
Oh, crap.
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. We did see their hands. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, they didn't. It should be obvious. Yep, I'm sure it should be obvious. We all know what it was. As long as you have a decent memory, you remember the state of Mukuro's body.
You saw their face, so you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
I still don't think that's true.
There's another part of the attack. Oh? Is it the right
Or the left hand?
Oh god, we need that. It was the right hand. It was the tattoo on her right hand. Be more specific.
Or could it be?
No, it's not the hips.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was
No, it wasn't.
No, it's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. and there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
That's right, tearing Monokuma apart, and he couldn't do anything about it.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kiyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh! No snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
That's not quite the reason.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
For anyone could say anything. Kiyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands.
It's horrible. Without thinking, I let out a gasp. Well, that's not very nice either. But it would have been surprising. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kiyoko seemed to savor those words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on. I'd love to shove my foot up the mastermind's butt too right now.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Oh, that's a low blow, Monokuma.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
That one went right over his head.
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. Otherwise it'd be all icky when we found it. Well, even more so than what it was. And that is the biolab.
My God! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Yeah, that one.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Do we have proof? Yes, we do. Let me read that for you, or in a minute I will. It was the tarp, all along.
gun! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is...
By the way, that's what we missed. The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. There's something that made its way from the biolab to the garden.
The tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Mukoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the code on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
She hit it right on the head.
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous.
By the way, the saying was, she hit the nail on the top of the head.
Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
La la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Oh, very mature, Monokuma.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to hold myself together and think. The inconsistencies in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
By the way, Mukoto, what about that one thing?
Will you stop interrupting?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
We did until you mentioned it, you evil little bear.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Mukoto. He wants you to get upset.
He wants you to get angry. Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. I need to slam jam him with it, alright? The inconsistency has to be the one area where the numbers just don't match up. Oh geez, it's a bullet time battle.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh geez, that's just like...
Sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh god. The speed at which these are moving.
Are you sure?
This is getting crazy.
That's impossible! Are you sure about this?
Oh, we have to go to the beat. Oh god, we almost got hit there. It's not the biolab secret, it's the lights.
This should prove it.
Okay, we almost made a mistake. Almost.
The inconsistency Kiyoko's talking about is... the lights!
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10, Hero. There were supposed to be 10 dead people.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Don't remind Naegi, he might have a mental breakdown. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth, and then Hifumi was seventh. Celestia was 8. Sakura was 9. Stop reminding me, game, god damn it! And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her, and yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
Well, if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies and murders. Explanation for more murders and victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? Well, that only 9 murders took place. Actually, the same person was killed twice also fits.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. Still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kiyoko's totally delusional.
Whatever you say, Monokuma. I don't think she's, delusional. Because Kiyoko is a smart cookie. I think she's right on the ball. Anyways, we have the Monokuma File 5, which is probably not what we need.
Is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka?
The tip here is that those other wounds remind me a lot of her. Come on! Oh, we barely made it.
Chihiro Fujisaki.
Mando.
No, none of them.
Maybe. Sakura. No.
No. Come on! Yes, there was. You have that completely wrong, Monokuma.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
Toko, people die when they're killed, damn it. Not to mention we kind of have, you know, the measurements.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. A little silence. Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro's alive. The one that's still alive is Mukuro? God. Can we really believe that? No, I don't think we can. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. It just doesn't make sense at this point. Mukuro's fatal injury, Monokuma File 5, and Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. The profile's probably what we want.
It wasn't Mukuro.
Actually, it was.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kiyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
Oh, she doesn't weigh very much. That's quite light.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. What a twist! There's only one person it could be. This one's pretty obvious. Let's find that person. It's not Toko. Is yet another dead, quote-unquote, person.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
It's the only one that makes sense with the info we have.
but we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
The question is, how would they pull that off, though?
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it... I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but... she really is dead. Oh my god, she died. There wasn't anything else to say. She was just gone. I did check absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
If he's so happy, I doubt it was a dud. He might have been getting too close to the truth yet again.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Mukuro?
She's right, we haven't. Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
That is true.
Both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow... could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she used some sort of trick. I tell you what, it better be an incredible trick. She had to have. There's no way you could survive that. How does the body look so much like hers? Well, I think I know what this is. Come on, no! It just flew right past me. Replaced? Is that it? Oh yeah, it's replaced for sure. We know that much. Oh wait, I need an A. Replaced. Wait a second, I'm missing letters, aren't I? Yes, I just missed like all the letters that I could have used. There we go. Replaced.
Now I understand.
That was a bit of a dirt moment.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switch places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place.
What I wonder is, how is that possible?
Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
I don't think so. Again, I think we're looking at this from the wrong angle. There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. The only one that makes sense is that they were switched from the very beginning, because think about it. If she's the mastermind, she would have had to be controlling Monokuma. So well, like I'm saying, this is the one that makes more sense.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met is actually Mukuro all along?
We'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
You did? She was pretty weird.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Well, that would make more sense then. That explains why there's little spots of it missing. We assumed it was burnt off.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
I did think it was strange.
If she really did use foundation.
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup in the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
Thinking back on it, that also explains, you know what, I'll leave it for now.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
And why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
He still refuses to admit it, but alright. He can try to deceive us all he wants, it doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. I know exactly what we need to choose here. If we can find it, that is. And that's the interview DVD, we didn't see everybody.
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster,
it wasn't just the monitor, the DVD itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Whoopsie! Looks like it broke! Our service! What? It just so happened to break just now.
Now then, when? Doesn't matter! Failure to strike at any time, anywhere! That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Mukuro saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. The moment of truth. Oh geez, we have to fight him again? Come on, Monokuma, give me more to shoot.
What do you want? Are you sure about this?
Yes, I'm pretty damn sure.
That's impossible!
Oh gosh, this is going really fast. Oh geez, there we go, we got it.
That's impossible!
No!
This should prove it.
There we go. I almost chose the wrong one. I was like, wait, what's that?
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Like I was going to say earlier, but I was waiting till now. It was all the faces. Junko's face was covered up in every single one.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance come to all these pictures. It was Junko's face. See, it's not there. It's not there either. It's not there either. It's not there yet again. The unusual circumstance is Junko's face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I
Xanadu?
believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
I can't still believe it. That's a plan on a plan.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
I'll prove everything. Here and now. Climax interface start! What was the identity of the ultimate fashionista who I met in the main dining hall? Or the main hall. Why did I say dining hall? Just double check everything. Let's see all we have. And it would have been this. This would make sense. Next we have her stepping on the poor Monokuma. And then Mukuro getting killed. Here it says, where did the mastermind keep Mukuro's body? That's quite obvious. That's again from another case entirely. So it would have been here. Why are they setting her body down? What's in the tarp? Okay, never mind, I see. That makes sense. The mastermind attacked me with something. What was it? It was a knife. When the mastermind attacked me, who was it that stopped them? That was Kiyoko. After their surprise attack failed, the mastermind fled to my room. I see them running somewhere. What did the mastermind do with the mask after they took it off? Well, obviously they put it on the corpse. What was the condition of the dead body when I first found it in the garden? Like so, with a big old knife stabbed in it. We couldn't identify the We couldn't identify the mysterious body because it got blown up. That's true. I remember Toko flying across. I think that's it. That's pretty much it. We want to double check stuff and make sure we got it right. I think we're pretty much good. Let's reenact it.
What happened? We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusama. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kiyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
The explosion makes a lot more sense.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
And that's...
the real Junko Enoshima.
And she did stand up for us. Wonderful. That Monokuma picture was pretty fabulous.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Oh, what was that? That was more dots, so they didn't really matter.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Right, the rest of the mysteries of the school. So we were right. It was really Junko all along. Oh geez, she looks a lot different. No freckles, sure.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
That voice is perfect! Wait, what? I'm confused, but okay.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world! We've even drawn up the deed already! We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking! Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
And that's the end of the video. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like and or comment to show your support, and subscribe to my channel if you've yet to do so. Anyways, friends, Meisters, peace out, and I'll see you next time on Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger.